Yo, what's going on? What's going on? All right, you know what time it is again, and you know what rhyme it is. I'm your host, A6. So, unfortunately, I have to report on this news I've just heard and video I just saw of the unarmed black man being shot dead in front of his family inside the car. Now, I watched the video. This was in Kenosha, Wisconsin, I believe. If you haven't heard about it, check the video out. It's pretty disturbing, man. Like, when the video first came on, with the version I saw, he was basically walking away from police, and like the dude looked like they had told him to do some shit for whatever reason, and he wasn't trying to hear it. So dude looked like he was walking away from him, and they were following him with guns drawn, man. And I think it was two of them, as a matter of fact. So they trailing behind him with the guns pointed at him, and he walking away, going back in the car. And when he gets in the car, they just start shooting. And they shot this man at least 8 times, man. It was terrible. And like, you can see everybody screaming around and yelling. Some girl was outside the car screaming. She must have known the guy or something like that. And they basically just shot him in the back about 8 times. Had to have hit him in the back of the head too, because I was looking at when he went to go get in the car. Like, when you get in the car, you kind of drop your head down a little bit, and the line of fire where the gun was aimed they had to have got him in the head. But man, shit, America the Dangerous is super hard for to be a black man here, man. It's like they got a target on you. You gotta be very careful how you move. And it's been like that, man. Been like that, man. It's to the point now where it's like, all right, look, now there's riots erupting in Wisconsin and shit's being destroyed and burnt down. Now, we can sit here and argue till we blue in the face about who's doing the destruction. I haven't looked into that yet, but I have a very good idea who it is causing this destruction. But at some point, we gotta address this, man. Like, yo, what's good? What's really good with this, you know? So, at this current point, there's a lot of talking being done, but ain't nothing really happening. I always been behind the defund the police movement, honestly, because I kind of feel like, personally, police have too much ability to do shit like this and get away with it. And they have, first of all, I don't even believe police should have AR-15s. That's retarded. Like, these motherfuckers do not need AR-15s. And I mean, not to say that one was used in this particular problem, but if we're going to talk about defund the police, we got to talk about the overpowered nature of the entire agency as a unit. And to me, it seems like these dudes should have shotguns and handguns at the most. They should not have rifles or 30-round capacities when citizens or U.S. citizens or whatever here are not to be allowed to purchase those types of capacity magazines. Like, a U.S. citizen can't even buy that shit here. You can't buy 30-round magazines in Maryland. You can buy them outside and bring them in legally, but you can't buy a 30-round magazine in Maryland. So why the hell can the police have them? Why are the police allowed to be over top of regular people? And when police are put over top of regular people like this by government, shit like this keeps happening. And it's not going to stop until you defund them assholes. Now, I don't believe this is something that, what the fuck is that all about? That's weird. Somebody wrapped the sign completely around. But anyway, I don't believe it should be a situation where black people should get on the same page to push for defunding the police as a reason to vote. I think we need to stick to our square, which was originally the reparations argument. But I also believe that they should be defunded, and that should be something that happens all together later on. But yo, it's way too much. It's gotta be something done about these overpowered dickheads, man. And you got the racist sons of bitches who are afraid for their lives and shit like that, who automatically see you as a threat if you are a black person or African American or whatever you want to call them, Hebrew Israelite, whatever you want to call them, man. This shit is completely sideways. So with that said, I mean, something's definitely got to be done. So what is it, you say? I make the argument, and have been making the argument for a while. Reparations would set all this shit straight. If we had our ancestors were supposed to be paid money, but they weren't, and there's a whole lot of in between that. But the bottom line is, this shit keeps happening because as of right now, we're in the same situation, and that's it, pretty much. So I had to say, that's where I am with the whole entire thing. And like, yo, having to be afraid for your own safety when you go out, man, every time, yo, that's crazy. And then, like, your family in the car, it doesn't matter. They'll still murder you in cold blood with your family in the car and shit. Fire in a car with kids in it. Like, god damn, yo, like, Man, that's the America we live in, though. It's the America we live in. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. I'm ready to get something to eat because I'm hungry as a bitch, and I'm gonna try to stay alive until the next time I holler at you guys. Y'all take it easy. Peace out.